95% of dieters regain the weight in only 2 years. Can I get a mic drop? Because this is exactly why diets don't work. And I'm about to tell you the number one reason diets don't work. The most important, the main catalyst on why you should explore other options and not diet. Because I'm here to tell you, I dropped over 100 pounds in a year and I've kept the weight off for over 8 years. And guess what? No dieting and zero exercising. So it's possible for you, and I'm here to show you that I'm living proof of that. Okay, so let's explore the number one reason why diets don't work, and that is because they are simply unsustainable. Absolutely unsustainable. In fact, when you go into a diet, right, when you start a diet or you're exploring different diets, which diet's best for you? You should start by asking yourself one important question, and that is, can I eat this food for the rest of my life? Can I live this way for the rest of my life? If the answer to that is no, let's just cut the crap, right? Let's cut to the chase. And because I don't want you to realize this 3 years from now, that you cannot live like this for the rest of your life. Because now it's like starting all over. Now you have to find out how you can live the rest of your life without dieting. And that's not the vibe. Instead, you may as well do that right up front, right? This is the fast track to weight loss, is knowing right up front, what can I do the rest of my life? And then when you have that, now you can create a plan that will actually serve you for the rest of your life, that you're actually obsessed with, that you can't live without, that brings you joy, that gives you that excitement, that brings newfound love into food. Because let me tell you what the difference was. When I used to diet, because let me tell you, I've tried every diet under the sun, okay? Any diet you could possibly think of. I even did the UV lights. I did the sweatsuits. I did the wiggle machine. Like I've tried all the shortcut routes to weight loss, and they don't work. Okay, they do not work. I've even had friends that have gotten the actual surgery, liposuction, the lap band, and guess what? They gained all that weight back in less than 2 years. So I'm here to save you lots of thousands of dollars and endless headache, okay? Because I'm going to tell you is that when I decided to stop dieting, because dieting leads to feeling deprived and food restrictions, right? And not knowing how to weave in things you actually enjoy. When I stopped doing that, and I started just living a healthier lifestyle, taking foods that I love and finding ways to make them healthier, like my favorite meals. Because we all have, let's be honest, when you cook meals for your family every week, I mean, we all have, like, it's not like you're cooking a new meal for the next 90 days, right? We all have, like, we have our outfits, right? You still have those like 5 or 6 staple outfits that you wear all the time, like those everyday clothes. Same with our meals. We tend to eat the same meals over and over again, right? And then we'll add in, ooh, we just saw this new viral recipe, we'll try this one. But we still have those same staple, like home cooked meals, if you will. Okay, so instead of finding things that I wasn't going to be able to do for the rest of my life, I took all my favorite staple meals and I found ways to make them healthier for me. How can I call them smart swaps. How can I swap out certain things with other healthier things without sacrificing texture or flavor? Because I'm big on that. And still get those great same results, and still also be able to enjoy some of the things that I enjoy, like pizzas, pastas. And I'm not talking about like shirataki noodle pasta. I'm talking real, like normal food. Is how can I eat regular tacos, regular pasta, regular pizza? You know, how can I have, if I want some cookies every once in a while, maybe want some ice cream, chips, any of that stuff. How can I still have those and lose weight? And so you had to make it work. And here's the interesting thing that I found. What I found was when I would start doing this, when I would actually have the meals that I enjoy, it tasted oh so much better. I was making better choices naturally where I was like, hey, look, so if I'm going to have that cookie, then it's going to be my favorite cookie. It's not going to be some cookie I got out the vending machine. Right? If I'm going to have that pizza, then I want to have it from my favorite pizza place, because we all got those. Like, you're lying to yourself if you don't, right? Kids' favorite pizza place is where? Little Caesars. That's not the adult's favorite pizza place. We all have our own go-to places when we think of certain food items. And that's just how we are. And so because of that, I started saying, well, if I'm going to have this, then I want to have it from my favorite place. You start naturally making better choices, saying, well, it's going to be worth it, baby. Like, let's be honest. And when you would eat it, it tastes different in a sense that you're actually enjoying it because you're mindfully eating it. Most of what you eat now is mindless eating, where you're just sitting there watching a movie before you know it, you look back at the pack of Oreos and you're like, oops, half of it's gone, right? Because you're just mindless eating and you're overindulging, and then you're just, oh, now let me grab another snack. You don't even take the time to enjoy it anymore. Versus when you start saying, hey, you know what? Oh, I'm going to allow myself to have that cookie today because I want to, because I'm choosing to, is you'll take that bite and it just tastes so much different. The experience is so much different. It's like you're tasting everything in it. And that's a healthy relationship with food. Okay, mindful eating is a healthy relationship with food. It's a conscious choice that you're making, and it's something that you can live with versus forming unhealthy relationships with food, which are what diets do, which is why they're not sustainable. Because the reality is you cannot diet forever. Because you're going to rack yourself, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Every time you go to a social event, you're like, oh my God, there's nothing for me to eat here. What can I have that's in alignment with my food plan, with my diet? You go to the restaurant, you're like, oh my God, I have to make all these substitutions, all these alterations because it's not in alignment with my food plan. While all your friends are living their best life and all you can live is vicariously through them, right? Because you got to stick to your diet. And it's just unnecessary stress. It's not sustainable. It's not something that you want to live for the rest of your life. And on top of that, diets are not designed for you to keep that weight off. They're not. They get paid on the longevity of the client. I have friends that have been a part of diet programs for we're talking almost a decade now. And there's no difference. Okay, they're not designed to keep the weight off. Because if they were designed to keep the weight off, then what they would be doing is helping you address the root cause to letting you have these issues in the first place. That core being, where are these beliefs that you have around food? And how do you eliminate those altogether? Okay, because a lot of the beliefs that we have around food are not even your own beliefs. They are the beliefs that were instilled in you before the age of 7 by sources of influence like your parents, like doctors, teachers, things like that. Anybody that's an influential status at that age. So when I was growing up, we always had a couple rules every time we ate dinner at the dinner table. And one of those rules is we don't waste food. You need to eat everything on your plate. We don't waste food. There are starving children in Somalia. And that was the things that we just knew as growing up as kids. That is what we knew. And literally we had to sit at that dinner table until we ate everything on our plate. So as an adult, fast forward, this was so subconsciously ingrained in me is that I didn't realize how it was affecting me as an adult, where I would find myself overeating when you have like just a little bit on your plate left and you're like, well, what am I going to take that to go? It's only a couple bites. So you're overeating and now you're like, oh my God, I want to die. I'm like in a food coma. Right? And because now you're so full because you were eating everything. Or you find yourself not wasting food is you will literally keep little Tupperwares in your fridge and make sure you eat everything. Because that's just it's the programming that you're just on autopilot. Diets don't teach you how to overcome that. And if you don't overcome that, when you stop dieting, this is why those behaviors come back. They keep coming back over and over again because you haven't eliminated those. You haven't even identified them. You don't even understand how much they're controlling you today, which is one of the major faults of dieting, which is what makes it not sustainable. Because the fact is, you should be able to lose weight on your own. Because if you read the fine print on dieting websites, or the very fine print, even if you read the fine print that flashes up, you better have your glasses ready because the minute the commercial pops up, you got 30 seconds. So you got like 10 seconds to read that fine print before it goes away. Where it says, this is not your average result. The average person loses 2 to 3 pounds with mild exercise or moderate exercise, whatever they say, right? That's what it says. They don't want you to read that. They just want you to focus on the person of influence that's telling you they lost all this weight in a short amount of time. That's what they want you to believe. Okay. And this is why it doesn't work. When you address these root causes, that should be the first step to weight loss, is starting here. When you understand what led you to having these problems in the first place, then you're able to start thinking differently and changing those behaviors and start adapting your own behaviors that are going to serve you better moving forward and eliminate those ones that aren't yours altogether. When you do that, this is where consistent weight loss happens. This is where that magic happens. This is where you're able to keep that weight off. Because you've reprogrammed from here first. And there's that trickle down effect, and your behaviors and your environment will automatically match once you start at the hierarchy of change. But it's knowing how to start at that hierarchy of change and work its way down, which diets do not teach you. So it is my job to educate you so at least you're making an informed decision. Don't do what I did and spend years dieting, right? Being a serial dieter. You tried them all, right? Just to lose 5 pounds, to gain 7, lose 5 more pounds, gain 7 more pounds, and hit plateaus after plateau, and be deprived and running out of grocery stores crying. Like, ask me how I know this, okay? Because I did this for so many years, and it's insanity. It's insanity. But when you know the right way, it becomes good. It becomes great. It becomes happy, and you become happier, and it becomes enjoyable for you, which is what it should be about. A journey. What is a big part of a journey, right? Enjoy the ride. You should want to enjoy the ride. It's not a journey. It's a nightmare. It's a highway to hell if you're not enjoying the ride. So if you're going to embark on this weight loss journey, then enjoy the ride. Keyword is enjoy. So you should be able to enjoy the process and enjoy the fruits of your labor and see your transformation unfold and be proud of that and know that, you know what, here we are a decade later and I'm feeling better than ever before. And I'm able to live my life now, and I want that same thing for you without limitations. Because what you don't realize is what lies on the other side of transformation. Right now, you're in your own bubble. And you see what's in front of you, your current reality. I want to show you what lies on the other side of transformation, which is why I'm going to have this new series coming out where I'm going to show you what's on the other side of that transformation, what's at that end destination. Because I think if you can shift your focus there and really know what's on that other side, you'll see that the grass is greener and there's no time like today to start making that change so that you can get to that destination and on the other side of transformation sooner than later. Because I'm here to tell you the one thing you can't buy back. No money in the world will buy back your time. No money in the world will buy back your time. And the second thing, no money in the world will buy back is your health. And I don't want you to wait until you get to the doctor and they tell you, oh, now you have this illness and your weight had something to do with that. Instead, make that change today in a way that works for you, because this is your life and we only have one life to live. And if we can't buy back time, what we look like living the rest of our time here on this earth in feeling deprived and restricted. That's not cool. That's like being in your own personal jail cell where no. It's time to live your best life, and I'm here to help you do that. Okay, I'm here to support you in any way that I can. My mission is firmly to change and revolutionize the weight loss industry, where we are boosting ourselves up on the inside and transforming on the inside, because what goes on the inside will pour on the outside. Our inside is a direct reflection. Our outside is a direct reflection of how we feel on the inside. When you can change that, your mind, body, and soul, everything else becomes very, very easy. And there's not that resistance. Instead, we want your mind, body, and soul working in alignment together. Diets only focus on your body. They don't focus on the mind and the soul, which is what's driving your entire ship. Okay, it's like that GPS of your own life. We've got to work on those two so that your body is on the same page as your mind and your soul, because right now, your mind, body, and soul are going in different directions. And when they want different things, this is where the conflict happens. They're going on two different paths, which is where this conflict and this where your body is hungry while your mind is full, right? Or your mind is hungry while your body is full. Things like that is you want two different things. We need to bring them and have them working harmoniously together, because then there's no plateaus. And this is where the consistent results happen. And you deserve it. So get out there, understand, make an informed decision, stop dieting. It's time to start believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, because this is your life to live. You deserve to lose weight on your terms, because you deserve to love your life. And most importantly, you deserve to love your body.